the best live streaming app on YouTube for channels that don't have 10,000 subscribers. What's up, folks? It's BC here from Clients Incoming, and today's video, actually I guess tonight's video, because I'm filming it so late and I'm doing it live, but for good reason. You're gonna get a preview of tomorrow's vlog video a little bit early, which is gonna be my favorite live streaming app. Now, I have the requisite amount of subscribers to have access to YouTube's live streaming app, which is the one that I'm broadcasting on now, and the one I've been using over, I'd say, the last 2 weeks. But before that launched, for many moons, I was screaming at YouTube, and now I'm about to probably mess up the stream because I'm clicking on the app that I like to use. It's actually an app which is upside down and won't flip, called Emoze, which is the app that I used to love to use for YouTube live streaming before I had access to, the YouTube Live feature that's built into the mobile app. Now, for those of you that don't have 10,000 subscribers, I highly recommend Emoze with a few caveats. First of all, like with any app that you're going to use when you're trying to broadcast video, it's obviously going to work better if you are using it on Wi-Fi. A lot of the issues we've had this past week, where I know I was filming an episode and everyone was screaming at the screen like, your video cut off when you got to the Tom Brady part when I was talking about Tom Brady. Well, it wasn't that the video cut off, it's that literally the YouTube app turned my phone off, which was hilarious and frustrating all at the same time. So I've been using that app pretty much exclusively now because I have access to it. But for those of you that don't, the Emoze app is pretty good, but you need to be on Wi-Fi. That's the first thing. The second thing, Emoze works insanely better on Apple devices than it does on Samsung. So the one I'm showing you here is on when I used to broadcast. As I'm dropping it here, I'm gonna go off camera for a sec, hold on. When I used to broadcast live, doing the coaching calls and things like that, I used to use this exact phone right here that you see me talking on. And that's pretty much the interface right there. You can see the go live button right there in the middle. You can flip the camera, you can add, you can mute the microphone, which I've actually done on live calls, and it absolutely sucks because I was just talking away and nobody could hear me. And literally, Anna, one of the people that works here with us, my partner in crime, called me on she WhatsApped me like, dude, your stream has no sound. But you can see the features here. You can change it from 720. I think it goes as high as 1080p, or you can drop it to 480. And then a lot of the other features that you have down there at the bottom. So very feature rich. It's also extremely easy to use. Frankly, if I'm being honest with you, I like it better than YouTube's streaming app for a few reasons. Mostly because, it doesn't turn my phone off in the middle of the stream. And even though both apps benefit from being on Wi-Fi networks, Emoze works insanely better. Hey, Dark Feathers is watching us live. How you doing, my friend? Emoze works, at least in my experience, quite a bit better on a slow connection than the YouTube streaming app does. Like I said, I've had the YouTube streaming app literally cut off in the middle of me talking to somebody, and it didn't just cut off the app. Like when we lost that feed the other day, it shut my phone off. I had to come back into my house and plug my phone in, and the battery wasn't dead. I had to plug my phone in just to make my phone come back on, which is bad for business. The other issue with Emoze is that it doesn't work so well on a Samsung, which that's my old phone that I was showing you there that I used to broadcast from. The funny thing is, check this out. Like, look at how small this phone is. This is what I used to do all of my broadcasting on. And now I do it from an iPhone 6S Plus. But it doesn't work so well from the Samsung. And here's what I mean by that. Almost without fail, every time one of my streams would get to an hour and 20, an hour and 30 minutes, the stream would just cut off. It was over. And then I had to go back into the app, reinitiate it, set it back off, and then come on to YouTube over here on my PC here in my office, and then load everything up and then send everybody a message on the old stream to say, hey, here's the link to the new stream, because for whatever reason this app keeps cutting off. So if you're a Samsung user and you don't have 10,000 subscribers plus and you can't get access to the YouTube streaming app, just be aware that Emoze may not work so well on your phone. Obviously, I haven't tested every Samsung device, so I don't know if that's just isolated to my particular phone or if other Samsung users have an issue with the app. I'd love to hear from you if you do use Samsung and you're an Emoze fan like me. I'd love to hear from you in the comments to let me know if indeed you've had issues with Emoze the same way that I did, where basically I used to have a clock that I would watch that would tick away, and when I'd get close to an hour and 20 minutes, I say, all right guys, I got to wrap this up, I got to get ready and go. And there were a lot of times where I wanted to have the streams go longer. So again, you need to be on Wi-Fi. That's pretty much obvious. I will say that Emoze works quite a bit better in terms of reliability on 3G or 4G, whatever type of network that you're on. I've never had Emoze shut off my phone like this YouTube app has twice during live streams so far this week. But again, Wi-Fi is better, but the app works much better on Apple from my experience than it does on Samsung, because on Samsung it has a tendency to just end the stream at an hour and 20 minutes. And then, like we said, the features, the functionality, it's all very easy. One of the really cool things about Emoze that the YouTube app doesn't have yet is that when you set up the stream, like right now tonight, because I turned it on and I showed it to you guys, I'm gonna have to go onto my YouTube page and delete 2 live shows. And that's the cool part, because you can start the app and then it initiates a live stream on your YouTube on your YouTube channel, but it doesn't start the live stream until you hit go live, meaning I can go and email my entire mailing list the link to the show before I ever start the show. And they'll be able to get there and take their seats, and then they'll see the picture that Emoze took of the live stream. With the YouTube app, I actually have to start the show first and then send out a message to my email list saying, hey, this show is live now. So it's a bit inconvenient from the perspective, and now I'm talking about the YouTube app, where Emoze is beautiful in that it allows me to set up the stream and it immediately configures my YouTube page, my YouTube channel, to set up the live stream such that I can start sending people to it before I hit go live, meaning I have a captive audience waiting for me when I get there, versus I have to start the show and then come off camera like this and get on my keyboard and start typing to let people know, hey, I'm live now, come check me out. So I would say Emoze definitely gets higher marks in that regard. Like if I had to choose between Emoze and the YouTube app, I would probably choose Emoze. I think the only reason I'm really using the YouTube app is it's slightly more convenient, right? Another thing that the YouTube app does a little bit better is that it allows you to take a picture, and then if you don't like the picture that it's going to use as the thumbnail, it allows you to retake the picture. Emoze, at least the last time I checked, doesn't allow that. Whatever picture your camera sees the minute you turn Emoze on, that's what the live stream is going to show. But again, because you can go into the live stream and make edits before you go live, I can just upload a thumbnail into the live stream before I kick things off. Unlike with YouTube, I have to wait until this show is over, wait until it's done processing, and then if I want to change the thumbnail, I have to do it after the fact. But again, this one allows me to take a picture, and then it allows me to take it like me holding my hat like I did in this video. I took that shot about 3 or 4 times to get it the way that I wanted it, so that you could see, actually the way I took it is so that you could see my YouTube notebook there in the background. But bottom line is, if you don't have 10,000 subscribers and if you have an Apple device, Emoze is definitely the way to go. If you're using a Samsung, I'd say still get it. See if it gives you the same issues that it gave me when using my Samsung device. Like I said, but you could still get about an hour and 20 minutes out of the stream before it would cut off, which isn't too terribly bad. You know, I have live streams that go 7 hours because I like to talk a lot and I love to help people and I answer a lot of questions. But if you're just doing a live stream of you, like, you know, like a daily vlog, if you're out there skateboarding or playing basketball or doing whatever it is you do, you may not need more than an hour and 20 minutes. You can just shut the stream off and you're good to go. But like I said, Emoze, definitely a good way to go if you don't yet have 10,000 subscribers and you don't yet have access to the YouTube live feature. I imagine they will roll that out to everybody at some point. That's kind of YouTube's calling card. They start with the bigger YouTubers first, and then they roll things out. Like if you remember, if you've been here long enough to remember that not everybody had access to monetization at first, and then eventually monetization rolled out to everybody. I imagine the live app will roll out to everyone. And knowing Google the way that I know them and working with them over the years, they like to iterate. So I imagine some of the complaints I have about their mobile streaming app right now are going to get worked out. They're probably going to get fixed. They're going to add functionality. And if nothing else, they're going to continue to keep it simple, which is something that I have a tendency to praise them for. So leave me your questions, comments in the comment section below. If you're using a different app that I'm not talking about here tonight that you know about that I don't share it with, well, share it with me, but more importantly, share it with the folks who are watching this channel, who are coming by and looking at the comments, because the whole goal of this clients incoming movement on YouTube is not just to serve my clients that pay me, it's to make sure that we're sharing the best information with each other, such that whatever it is you're doing on YouTube, whether it's you're running a business, you're running a DIY channel, you're a gamer, it doesn't matter. The whole goal here is for us as a community to come together and share the best practices, share the best information, so that we can all grow together, not just in subscribers, but grow relationally and grow in our ability to affect positive change in the world. That's why we do what we do. And if you haven't subscribed already, get that done down below. Definitely check me out over on the Facebooks. And definitely check me out over on, what's that other social media platform that I'm forgetting? Instagram, right? I'm going to start shooting a lot of shorter tips videos on Instagram, things that you may want to keep up with that won't only help your channel, but to help you as well. Like I always like to say, we are stronger than I love you guys. See you on the next one. Peace.